Counterpoint, the general knowledge music quiz, chaired by Paul Gambaccini.
Hello. We're welcoming our third trio of music lovers taking part in Counterpoint's 35th series here at the Radio Theatre in London. The winner will be the one who demonstrates the widest knowledge of music in all its varieties. Let's meet today's competitors.
Hello, I'm John Durbin, now living in Wiltshire. The first record I ever bought, and this dates me, was The Shadows' Apache.
Hello, I'm Frankie FANKO and I'm from Market Harborough in Leicestershire. The first record I ever bought was Ride on Time by Black Box.
Hello, my name's Liz WALLIKER. I live near Ely in Cambridgeshire, and the first record I ever bought was Name of the Game by ABBA.
Welcome, all of you. I'm sure you all know how it works. In the opening round, I ask you musical general knowledge questions for 2 points apiece. We go round in alphabetical order of surname. If you can't get the right answer to your own question, it will pass to the others for a possible bonus point. Good luck, everyone. In the words of PJ and Duncan, let's get ready to rumble. As we begin with the first question for you, John Durbin. August 2021 saw the Proms premiere of a symphony by Thomas Adès. The four-movement work features themes from an opera of his, which takes inspiration from which surrealist film, directed by Luis Buñuel in 1962, about a group of bourgeois socialites?
The Exterminating Angel.
Correct, for 2 points. Frankie Franco. Ghosts, rather than angels, link the first music extract of this heat. It's the main theme from the 2001 animated film Christmas Carol, the movie. What If is the only hit song achieved by this British actress. Who is she?
Kate Winslet.
That was Kate Winslet for 2 points. She voiced the character Belle, the love interest of Scrooge, which lets you know this was an original Dickens story changed. Liz WALLIKER, staying with films, what's the connection between the 1968 sci-fi movie Barbarella and the 1981 new romantic hit Planet Earth?
Duran Duran, the band, named themselves for a character in Barbarella.
Yes, I think I'll accept that. The name of the character is Durand, played by Milo O'Shea. When Duran Duran started out, they played at a nightclub in Birmingham called Barbarella's. John Durbin. As far as we know, Sir John Eliot Gardiner never performed at Barbarella's. However, he did make his 60th appearance at the Proms in 2021. Here he is from a few decades earlier conducting an orchestral piece, which I'd like you to identify along with its composer.
That's España by Chabrier.
Indeed, it was, for your 2 points. Frankie Fanko, another work first performed in the late 1800s, combined the music of the African-British composer Samuel Coleridge Taylor with a poem written in 1855 by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. It celebrates the life of which legendary Native American leader whose name in Ojibwa means he makes rivers?
Hiawatha.
That is correct. Liz WALLIKER. From a man who makes rivers to some men who like them. This music is from the eclectic soundtrack of a multi-BAFTA-nominated BBC Two show in which two comedians spend time by the river in pursuit of fish. Here, Song to the Moon provides the perfect backdrop as the pair share life experiences. You can net 2 points by landing the name of the series and the Czech composer of this piece.
I know the programme is Bob Mortimer and Paul Whitehouse Go Fishing. I don't know the composer.
It is Mortimer and Whitehouse Gone Fishing for 1 point. But who is the composer? And John Durbin says?
It's Dvořák.
And he picks up the bonus point. John, here's your own question. Depicting the goddess of love and beauty arriving on land, The Birth of Venus is Botticelli's most famous painting. It was one of the inspirations behind Ottorino Respighi's Botticelli triptych. Can you name either of the other 2 paintings by that Renaissance artist brought to life by Respighi in that piece?
The Adoration of the Magi.
And that is correct. And you get the 2 points. The other one could have been Spring, Primavera. Frankie FANKO. More adoration now in this 2021 recording by the Baylor University Choir of the Sanctus, I Will Lift Up Mine Eyes. It's one of 6 movements first performed publicly at Gloucester's Three Choirs Festival in 1950. Can you name both the composer and the choral work it's from?
Is the composer Herbert Sumsion?
No, it isn't.
Okay.
That's a bad start, but do you know what the name of the work
I
is?
don't, I'm afraid.
Okay. And who would like to pick it up? And Liz says...
John Rutter?
Oh, no, it's not John Rutter. John says?
Herbert Howells.
Yes!
Well done.
You get a bonus point. And you don't even have to say Hymnus Paradisi, which was the name of the
Just as
larger
well.
work. Liz Walliker, another watery-themed question for you. In which 1989 Disney song does the newt play the flute, the carp play the harp, and the place play the bass?
The Little Mermaid?
Well, that was the movie.
Oh,
What's the
Under
song?
the Sea?
That is correct for 2 points. John Durbin, now you get to hear the voice of the British singer Bob Fish, who died in 2021. He was a familiar presence in the charts and on top of the pops in the late 70s and early 80s. After you've heard It's Raining, can you name the doo-wop revival band he was a member of?
I've never been feeling so, but I can't let my pain ever show. But from your eyes, I have to hide these feelings inside. That's why I'm crying.
No, I can't remember. Sorry.
And Frankie FANKO says?
Shawadi Wadi?
Oh, no, it wasn't Shawadi Wadi. Liz Walliker, do you remember another rock revivalist group?
no.
I'm afraid you didn't hit the bullseye. It's Darts.
Oh.
It's Raining was one of 3 Dart songs in a row to peak at number 2. They never had a number 1. Frankie FANKO, in contrast, the British singer-songwriter Dua Lipa has topped the charts several times in recent years. 2 of her number 1s, One Kiss and Cold Heart, were in collaboration with which other artists?
I think One Kiss was with Calvin Harris, and the other one was with Elton John.
Correct, for 2 points. And finally, in this round, for Liz, more music for you. In 2021, to mark National Thank You Day for NHS staff and key workers, the Prince of Wales's varied musical taste was revealed in a conversation for hospital radio. Dua Lipa wasn't on his list, but Diana Ross was. Also Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, plus a special mention of this disco song. Can you name the Philadelphia group that gives His Royal Highness an irresistible urge to get up and dance?
Give it up, giving in. I won't be no fool again. I'm giving up, I'm giving up, giving up, I'm giving up, giving up, I'm giving in. You can sweet talk to the wind, 'cause I'm giving up, I'm giving up, giving up, I'm giving up.
No, I'm really sorry, I don't know that.
Frankie Fanko's not so sorry. She thinks she can pick up a point.
Baccarat.
Oh, no, it's not Baccarat. John Durbin, do you remember?
No idea. Sorry.
Prince Charles' favorite disco group was the 3 Degrees.
Oh, gosh.
You heard Given Up, Given In. We hope none of our contestants will be when I reveal these scores. And they're all pretty close. In third place with 5 points, it's Liz Walliker. In second place with 6 points, Frankie Fanko. And in the lead with 8 points, it's John Durbin. In our second round, our competitors take turns in the spotlight as they answer their own questions on a musical category or theme from a list I'm about to give them. This is the first time they've heard these subjects, so there is some jeopardy in their choice. They've had no chance to prepare. Today's choices are Sounds of the 60s, Vaughan Williams, Soul Music, spelt S-O-L-E, O Vienna, and School Days. You choose in the order of your scores at this point. So, John Durbin, you're in the lead. What would you like?
I'll take Vaughan Williams, please.
And for you, Frankie?
I'll take Sounds of the 60s, please.
That leaves 3 for Liz: Soul Music, O Vienna, and School Days.
School Days, please.
Remember, we don't pass the questions around for bonus points in this round. We start with you, Liz Walliker. Which 1980s television series was set at the New York City High School for the Performing Arts?
Fame.
For 2 points. Here's an American singer who turns 85 in February 2022. She founded a music school in the Bronx to provide free musical education for underprivileged students.
Is that Dionne Warwick?
No, it isn't, I'm afraid. It's Roberta Flack.
Okay.
The inscription of a plaque at Bushy Mead School in Hertfordshire celebrates the memory and achievements of a pop star with the words singer, songwriter, and philanthropist. You have been loved. Which pop star is that?
It's not Bob Marley, is it?
No, Bob Marley did not attend Bushy Mead School in Hertfordshire, but George Michael did, and the plaque is in his honor.
Okay.
Here's music from a 1955 film directed by Richard Brooke, based on Evan Hunter's novel, presenting a tough depiction of life in an American inner-city school, starring Glenn Ford as a frustrated high school teacher and Sidney Poitier as a music-loving rebel. You'll recognize the song, but can you name...
The only thing I can think of is To Sir With Love, but I think that was later, wasn't it? No.
That was indeed later. The film was The Blackboard Jungle.
Oh.
And I always associate Rock Around the Clock with this program because the winner of Counterpoint is presented with a silver salver. And I once saw Olivia Newton-John present Bill Haley with a silver salver in honor of a quintillion sales for Rock Around the Clock. In which Benjamin Britten opera, based upon a novella by Henry James, does a governess teach and care for children Miles and Flora in the haunted Bly House?
No, don't know.
You also were haunted. The Turn of the Screw. Music again. Here's a song from an award-winning show, which after its 2019 London premiere was described in one review as a high school musical which captures the agony of youth. Can you name it?
You will be found, so let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you'll reach up and you'll rise again. Lift your head and look around. You will be found. You will be found.
sorry.
That was from Dear Evan Hansen, You Will Be Found. Finally, in this round, on BBC Bitesize, the online study resource, which musical term is defined on the GCSE music revision page as rhythm patterns where stressed notes are placed off beat?
Syncopation?
That's right, for 2 points. And in that round, Liz Walliker, you have scored 4 points, added to your previous 5. You now have 9 points. Frankie, FANKO, you have chosen questions on sounds of the 60s. Complete the lyric from a 1962 hit song by Little Eva. Everybody's doing a brand new dance now. Come on, baby, do the...
Locomotion.
For 2 points. Let's stay on track with this instrumental released in 1968. 2 points are yours if you can name both the performer and the tune.
I can't remember. I'll try Dwayne Eddy.
Well, it was not Dwayne Eddy. It was Mason Williams with Classical Gas. Mason Williams was also a comedy writer and performer. His credits included The Smothers Brothers, Saturday Night Live, and Mama Cass's Nightclub Act. 3 instrumentals by British acts achieved #1 status in the American Billboard charts in 1962. Can you name the titles of any 2?
Telstar
That's 1.
and Foot Tapper.
No, I'm sorry. The Stripper by David Rose and Stranger on the Shore
Yeah,
by Acker-Bilk, which was credited in America to Mr. Acker-Bilk because no one over there had heard of someone called Acker. For your next extract, let's take you back to a historic day in BBC radio history. A question will follow.
Stand by for switching. Get tuned to Radio 1 or 2. 5, 4, 3. Radio 2, Radio 1, go.
And good morning, everyone. Welcome to the exciting new sound of Radio 1. Yes, indeed, we've even got Arnold back. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first of the Tony Blackburn shows. I shall be waking up every morning except Sunday between 7 and 8:30. So let's away!
Tony Blackburn opened Radio 1 on the 30th of September, 1967, at 7 a.m. The Moves' Flowers on the Rain famously launched the station, but the first music actually heard was the jazz track Beefeaters by which British composer and reeds man?
Coates.
No, it was Johnny Dankworth. Tony regularly used that theme as a jingle. Today he presents the Radio 2 show Sounds of the 60s, from which this round gets its name. During the 1960s, describing its assortment of artists, which record label created the slogan, The Sound of Young America?
Decca.
No, I'm afraid it was Motown. Here's Earl Jean's original version of a song made famous by Herman's Hermits during the cultural phenomenon of the mid-1960s, known in the U.S. as the British Invasion. I'd like you to name both of its American writers.
Woke up this morning feeling fine, 'cause there was something special on my mind. Last night I met a new boy in the neighborhood. Well, yeah. Something tells me I'm into something good. Tells me I'm into...
Lieber and Stoller.
No, it was Jerry Goffin and Carole King. And Earl Jean was a singer in The Cookies. Around on the 60s would not be complete without a question on the Beatles. As Paul McCartney has revealed, his much-loved and much-covered song Yesterday had an unusual working title. What was it originally called?
Scrambled Eggs.
That's right. Scrambled Eggs is 2 points. And in that round, Frankie Fanko, you scored 5 points. Added to your previous 6, you now have 11 points. And now, John Durbin, here come your questions on Vaughan Williams. The harp evokes the chimes of which famous landmark during the opening and closing movements of Williams' London Symphony?
Big Ben.
That is correct. Here's some music which may chime with you, written by Vaughan Williams in 1938 to celebrate Sir Henry Wood's Golden Jubilee as a conductor. It appropriately opened the first night of the BBC Proms in 2021. Can you identify it?
Serenade to Music.
That was called Serenade to Music for 2 points. The premiere of Vaughan Williams' Piano Concerto took place in 1933. It was later reworked as a concerto for 2 pianos. For which married couple?
Cyril Smith and Phyllis Selleck.
That's right, for 2 points. Here are Tasman Little and the BBC Philharmonic with a 2013 recording of Vaughan Williams' hugely popular The Lark Ascending. After you've heard it, I'd like you to name the poet that inspired the work.
I'm not sure. I think the surname is Meredith.
That is correct. George.
George.
It's George Meredith, and we'll give you the 2 points because Meredith is the part that matters. To which fellow composer did Vaughan Williams dedicate his Symphony No. 5 in D major? He died a year before Vaughan Williams in 1957.
Sibelius.
That's right. In the first few years of the 20th century, Vaughan Williams set a lot of Dante Gabriel Rossetti's verse to music. Here, the British baritone Roderick Williams performs one such poem, Love Sight. After you've heard it, I'd like you to name the song cycle it's taken from.
When I see thee most beloved one, when in the light the spirits of mine eyes before thy face their altar solemnize the worship of that love.
I can only think of Songs of Travel.
Well, I wish you'd thought of something else.
Yeah.
Because the answer is The House of Life. Yeah. Your final question in this round, based on a play by J.M. Singh, which Vaughan Williams' one-act opera begins with the characters getting word that a body has washed up on shore in Donegal.
Oh. I just can't remember the title.
The title is Riders to the Sea.
Riders to the Sea, yeah.
For a while there, it looked like you were going to have a perfect round. But nonetheless, John Durbin, in that round, you did score 10 points. In addition to your previous 8, you now have 18 points. And after the individual round, here are the scores. Lying third with 9 is Liz. Lying in second place with 11, it's Frankie. And our leader with just 1 round to go, with 18 points, John Durbin. It's on the button in the quick-fire final round. Things can change quickly. A correct answer wins you 1 point, but you lose a point if you flash in and fail to answer correctly. There are no bonuses. Fingers poised. Here we go. Complete the title of the Monty Python song, Always Look on, Frankie?
The Bright Side of Life.
Yes, I am not in love, but I'm open to persuasion. Frankie says...
Love and Affection, Joe Armour Trading.
Yes. Edward Gardner's tenure as chief conductor of which London orchestra began in September, John?
London Philharmonic.
Yes, 2021. Which Scottish rock band share their name with an archduke? And Liz says?
Franz Ferdinand.
Yes. Which Mozart opera begins in a cafe with two officers expressing certainty that their fiancés will be eternally faithful? And John says?
Così fan tutti.
For the point. Which singer-songwriter shares her name with the first queen of Carthage? Frankie?
Dido.
Correct. What are the first 6 words of Dido's lament? And Frankie says?
When I'm Laid in Earth.
Yes. Which musical is named after the opening track of Queen's album, Frankie?
We Will Rock You.
For the point. The second movement of Beethoven's 8th Symphony satirizes which musical aid? John?
Metronome.
Yes. Brandon Flowers is the lead singer, and Frankie says?
Killers.
Yes. Louis Armstrong Airport is in which city, Frankie?
New Orleans.
Correct. Emily Evis helps organize, and Frankie says?
Glastonbury.
To the point. Michael Tippett's second opera is set during the Trojan War. What is its title? And John says?
King Priam.
For the point. The 2014 film Get On Up charts the life of, and Frankie says?
James Brown.
You're correct. Opened in 2017, the Elbphilharmonia is a concert hall in which German city, Frankie?
Hamburg.
Yes. In Don McLean's song American Pie, the widowed bride was the wife, Frankie?
Buddy Holly.
You haven't. Finally, the lyrics to which Beautiful South track feature Jennifer, Allison, and Frankie says?
Song for Whoever.
And that is right for the point. Let us see whose name we'll be adding to our semifinal lineup as I reveal today's final scores. Third, with 10 points, Liz Walliker. Runner-up with 22 points is John Durbin. And our winner with 23 points is Frankie FANKO. Very well done, Frankie FANKO. We'll see you again for the semifinals in a couple of months' time. And of course, we can't let the other two go away without our warmest thanks for their performances in an entertaining contest. No one knew what the final result would be until the very last question. If you've missed any of the details of the music we've played today, it's all listed on the Counterpoint pages on the BBC website. We'll welcome another trio of music lovers to Counterpoint next time. I hope you'll be listening. Until then, goodbye.